For years, you've been told the same thing. A piece of advice passed down from doctors, nutritionists, and well-meaning family members. If you want to stay strong as you age, eat sardines. They're convenient, they're packed with calcium for your bones, and they're a good source of protein. You see them on the shelf, a simple, reliable choice. But what if that simple choice isn't the choice? What if there's a secret, hidden in plain sight within the diet of the world's longest-living people, that works significantly better? Deep in the heart of Okinawa, Japan, a region known as a blue zone where more people live vibrant lives past 100 than anywhere else on Earth, the nation's most experienced doctors have observed a fascinating dietary pattern. It's not about sardines. It's about a different, far more potent fish that seems to hold the key to maintaining powerful, functional muscle even at 85, 95, and beyond. Prepare to have your understanding of healthy aging completely transformed. What we are about to share with you is more than just a dietary tip. It's a fundamental shift in how we should approach muscle health after the age of 60. This isn't about a fad diet or a miracle cure. It's about centuries of wisdom, now being confirmed by modern science. In today's deep dive investigation, we're going to pull back the curtain. You will learn the specific name of this longevity fish and, crucially, where you can find it, even if you live thousands of miles from the coast of Japan. We'll explore the unique scientific reason its protein is more bioavailable for seniors. This involves a critical concept called anabolic resistance, which we will break down in simple, easy-to-understand terms. Understanding this one concept is the key to unlocking your body's true potential. And finally, we won't just tell you to eat, we'll show you. We'll reveal 3 simple, traditional Japanese preparation methods that not only create a delicious meal, but are specifically designed to maximize the muscle-building power of this incredible fish. Welcome to SeniorMD. We are the only channel dedicated to cutting through the confusing and often contradictory health advice out there, bringing you evidence-based, actionable strategies for a vibrant, independent life well into your 80s, 90s, and beyond. Our philosophy is simple. Your golden years should be truly golden. This shouldn't be a time of decline, but a time of wisdom, renewed strength, and precious freedom. We partner with leading geriatricians, nutritionists, and researchers from around the globe to bring you secrets that are often locked away in dense medical journals. If you believe in aging with power and dignity, then we invite you to join our community. Subscribing and hitting that notification bell isn't just about watching videos. It's about taking a firm, decisive step towards reclaiming your physical autonomy. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Now, let's talk about a silent epidemic. It's a condition that affects millions of seniors, yet it's a topic your doctor might only mention in passing. It is, without a doubt, the single greatest threat to your independence after 60. The medical term is sarcopenia. It sounds complex, but its meaning is frighteningly simple: age-related muscle loss. This isn't just about feeling a bit weaker or not being able to lift what you used to. It's a progressive condition that quietly steals your mobility, your balance, and ultimately, your freedom. The process starts much earlier than you might think. After age 30, the average person can lose 3 to 5% of their muscle mass per decade. But after 60, that decline can accelerate like a snowball rolling downhill. That statistic, losing up to 50% of your muscle mass by age 80, is a stark reality for those who don't take proactive steps. Think of your muscles as your body's protein savings account. Throughout your youth, you make regular deposits through activity and diet. But as you age, your body starts making more withdrawals than deposits. Sarcopenia is what happens when that account runs dangerously low, leaving you vulnerable. Does any of this sound familiar? Take a moment and think honestly. That stubborn jar of pickles that seems to be sealed shut, the feeling of needing to use your arms to push yourself up out of a deep, comfortable chair. Or perhaps it's that slight wobble when you stand up too quickly, a feeling of instability in your legs that simply wasn't there a few years ago. Maybe it's the challenge of carrying a full laundry basket up a flight of stairs. These are not just normal signs of getting old. They are the early warning signs of sarcopenia. They are your body's distress signals telling you that it needs help. We've created a safe space here at SeniorMD, and there is absolutely no judgment. Sharing your experience in the comments below does 2 powerful things. First, it reminds every single person watching that they are not alone in this journey. Second, it helps us tailor our future videos to address your most pressing concerns. So please take a moment and tell us, what's the first change you've noticed? So, what's the conventional advice for this problem? Eat more protein, eat sardines. You see them lining the grocery store aisles, touted as a superfood. And let's be clear, they are good for you. They're a fantastic source of calcium and heart-healthy omega-3s. But when the specific goal is to lose muscle in an aging body, they are simply not the most effective tool in the toolbox. It's like using a hand screwdriver when what you really need is a power drill. The truth is, the relationship between protein and muscle building after 60 is far more complex than just eat more. Here's the scientific secret most people, and even many doctors, don't discuss. As we age, our bodies develop that condition we mentioned earlier, anabolic resistance. In simple terms, it means our muscles become deaf to the signals from the protein we eat. You could be eating a steak or a can of sardines, but your body isn't using that protein efficiently to repair and build muscle. It's a frustrating paradox. You're doing the right thing, but you're not getting the results you deserve. This is where the profound wisdom of Japan becomes so critical. The Japanese diet is world famous for its fish, but it's a universe away from just a simple can of fish. We're talking about a culture that reveres the art and science of fish. From the prized fatty belly of bluefin tuna, known as, which literally melts in your mouth, to the delicate ruby red or golden eye snapper, treasured for its subtle flavor. They understand the nuances of each species. The lean, powerful protein of, or Japanese amberjack, eaten in the cold winter months, and the rich, energy-giving properties of grilled or freshwater eel. This deep cultural knowledge, this shokuiku, or food education, isn't just about taste. It's about understanding how different nutrients from the sea interact with the human body at different stages of life. And hidden within this vast culinary landscape is one specific fish, often overlooked by the West, that seems to hold a unique key, a specific combination of amino acids and nutrients, to overcoming anabolic resistance and unlocking real, lasting strength at any age. Let's be clear, the humble sardine has earned its place in the pantheon of health foods, and for good reason. When you pop open a tin, you're unlocking a treasure trove of nutrition that nutritionists have praised for decades. Don't get me wrong, sardines do have some incredible benefits. First and foremost, they are swimming in omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA. These aren't just fancy acronyms, they are the essential fats that form the very structure of our brain and retinas. They are powerful anti-inflammatories, working at a cellular level to cool the chronic inflammation that underlies so many age-related diseases. And let's talk about bone health. A single can of sardines, with their tiny edible bones, can provide as much calcium as a full glass of milk. This is nature's perfect design for maintaining skeletal strength, helping to fend off the brittleness of osteoporosis. This powerful combination of omega-3s and calcium means sardines directly support cardiovascular health, helping to maintain healthy blood pressure and cholesterol levels. They are a convenient, affordable, and shelf-stable way to get a dose of high-quality protein and vital nutrients. On paper, they look like the perfect food for anyone looking to stay strong and healthy as they age. But here's the crucial, often overlooked problem. While sardines are good for your heart and bones, they fall short in the single most important area for maintaining physical independence and strength as we age: building and preserving muscle mass. This age-related muscle loss, a condition called sarcopenia, is not a cosmetic issue. It's a primary driver of frailty, falls, and a loss of vitality. And the key to fighting it, the one non-negotiable ingredient, is something sardines simply don't have enough of. We're talking about leucine. Leucine isn't just one of the 9 essential amino acids, it's the king. Think of it as the ignition key for your body's muscle-building engine. Your muscles are in a constant state of turnover, breaking down old protein and building new protein. This building process is called muscle protein synthesis, or MPS. But for MPS to switch on, you need a specific powerful signal. Leucine is that signal. It acts as a direct trigger, telling your muscle cells, it's time to grow, it's time to repair. Here's where the science gets specific and where the sardine's reputation as a muscle food begins to crumble. Groundbreaking research from institutions like McMaster University has identified what's known as the leucine threshold. To effectively trigger MPS, especially in adults over 50, a meal needs to contain at least 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine. Anything less, and the signal is too weak. The muscle-building engine never fully turns over. And when we analyze sardines, a standard 100-gram serving contains only about 1.5 grams of leucine. It's a good effort, but it's not enough to hit that critical threshold. You're providing some building blocks, but you're failing to flip the master switch. It's a frustrating realization for many who have diligently been eating sardines, believing they were doing the absolute best for their long-term strength. You might have been choosing them over other proteins, thinking you had found the ultimate longevity hack. But the data is clear. For robust muscle maintenance, sardines are simply not the optimal choice. So if sardines aren't the answer, what is? For decades, Western nutrition focused on salmon with its rich pink flesh, or tuna. But the real answer was waiting across the Pacific, hidden in plain sight within the traditional Japanese diet. This brings us to a landmark study conducted by researchers at Kyoto University's Graduate School of Human and Environmental Studies. They weren't just looking at diet, they were investigating the secrets of the super-aged. Specifically, the communities in Japan with the highest concentrations of active, vibrant individuals over the age of 90. They wanted to know, what were these people eating that allowed them to maintain such remarkable physical function so late in life? The researchers embedded themselves in coastal towns, observing the daily lives of these nonagenarians and centenarians. These weren't frail, bedridden individuals. These were people still tending their gardens, walking to the local market, and participating in community festivals. The scientists conducted exhaustive dietary analyses, but they also measured functional strength, grip strength, walking speed, the ability to rise from a chair without assistance. They were looking for a correlation, a dietary pattern that predicted physical power. At first, the data was puzzling. Their total protein intake wasn't exceptionally high. They weren't eating vast quantities of the expensive prized fish like golden eye snapper or the fatty belly of bluefin tuna. While these are delicacies, they weren't the daily drivers of their health. The secret wasn't in luxury. It was something far more common, yet nutritionally superior in a way that had been completely overlooked. What they found challenges everything we thought we knew about healthy aging and the role of fish in our diet. The secret wasn't salmon, it wasn't tuna, and it certainly wasn't sardines. The answer was a different class of oily fish entirely. It was a fish that appeared on their tables almost daily. Grilled for breakfast, simmered for dinner, a cornerstone of their diet for centuries. When the lab results came back, the researchers were stunned. This fish contained, on average, 2.8 grams of leucine per 100-gram serving. That's not just a little more than sardines. It's nearly double. More importantly, it decisively clears the critical 2.5-gram leucine threshold in a single, modest portion. This was the missing link. This was the dietary trigger that kept their muscle-building engines firing on all cylinders, decade after decade. This is a game changer because of a phenomenon called anabolic resistance. As we age, our muscles become less responsive to the signals to grow. It's like the ignition switch gets a little rusty. You need a stronger turn of the key, more leucine, to get the same effect you did in your youth. This fish provides that stronger signal. It doesn't just help you hold on to the muscle you have. It provides the potent stimulus needed to actively repair and rebuild muscle tissue, fighting back against sarcopenia, even if you're 85, 90, or older. But the magic doesn't stop with leucine. The Kyoto team discovered a powerful synergy at play. This fish is also one of the richest natural sources of vitamin D, a nutrient notoriously difficult to get from food. We now know that our muscle cells have vitamin D receptors, and adequate levels are directly linked to muscle strength, balance, and coordination. A deficiency in vitamin D is a major risk factor for falls in the elderly, so this single food provides the primary building block for muscle in leucine and the crucial cofactor for muscle in vitamin D. This combination is what helps prevent the devastating falls that so often mark the end of an independent life. Furthermore, it's packed with coenzyme Q10, a vital compound for energy production within the muscle cells themselves, giving you not just the structure, but the power to use it. In the blue zone villages of Okinawa and the coastal towns of the Noto Peninsula, this fish isn't a health trend. It's tradition. It's what mothers serve their children and what fishermen grill on the docks. It's prepared simply, most often as salted and grilled over charcoal, a method that crisps the skin and leaves the flesh tender and juicy. This isn't just food. It's a form of generational wisdom, a prescription for lifelong strength passed down long before science could explain the mechanisms of muscle protein synthesis. They didn't need to know about leucine, they just knew this fish kept them strong. So, what is this miracle fish? It's mackerel. But not just any mackerel. The two varieties that consistently appeared in the diets of Japan's strongest elders are, or Japanese horse mackerel, and the Pacific sori, is a versatile year-round fish beloved for its rich flavor. Is the iconic fish of autumn, so cherished that its name, Chu Dao Yu, literally means autumn swordfish. Its arrival in markets is a celebrated event, and the smell of it grilling is a hallmark of the season. When you compare them side by side, the conclusion is inescapable. Gram for gram, these specific types of mackerel deliver a more potent combination of muscle-building leucine, muscle-functioning vitamin D, and anti-inflammatory omega-3 than sardines, salmon, or even high-end tuna. It is a nutritional powerhouse, perfectly engineered by nature to combat age-related muscle loss. This isn't a theory, it's the observable reality in the people who live the longest, strongest lives on Earth. This is the real secret, not just to a long life, but to a long, long life. What if the secret to reclaiming your strength, to pushing back against the frailty that can come with age, wasn't found in a pharmacy, but on your dinner plate? What if this secret has been hiding in plain sight for centuries, practiced daily by the world's longest living people? We're going to Japan, to the islands of Okinawa, to uncover a dietary pillar that science is now confirming is a powerhouse for muscle regeneration, especially for those over 80. We're talking about a specific type of fish, prepared in a unique way. Would you be willing to add this Japanese staple to your meals if it could mean regaining your independence? Comment. Yes, if you're ready to learn this powerful secret. The fish we're talking about is mackerel, or saba, as it's known in Japan. But this isn't just any fish, it's a nutritional titan, especially for seniors. While many people know about its omega-3 fatty acids, the real magic for muscle building lies in its incredibly high concentration of the amino acid leucine and its synergistic relationship with vitamin D, which mackerel is also packed with. Leucine is the primary trigger for muscle protein synthesis. Think of it as the key that turns on the muscle-building engine in your body. After 80, our bodies experience something called anabolic resistance, meaning we need more leucine to get the same muscle-building response. A University of Tokyo study found seniors on a leucine-rich diet, like that from mackerel, showed significant increases in muscle mass and walking speed. This is the difference between frailty and freedom. And the benefits don't stop at muscle. The vitamin D in mackerel is crucial for calcium absorption, protecting against osteoporosis, while its high levels of vitamin B12 support nerve function and can help ward off the cognitive fog that many seniors fear. The most common preparation is shioyaki, or salt grilling. A fillet is lightly salted and grilled. The salt crisps the skin while locking in the nutrient-rich oils, a simple technique for maximum benefit. Another brilliant method is saba no miso ni, simmering mackerel in a broth of miso, sake, and ginger. This is nutritional synergy. Miso, a fermented soybean paste, is a probiotic, helping your gut absorb more of the fish's muscle-building protein. The ginger aids digestion and reduces inflammation. This preparation creates incredibly tender fish that's easy to chew and gentle on sensitive stomachs. A perfect example of the Japanese concept of ishoku dogen. The idea that food and medicine are one and the same. Mackerel is the accessible hero, but Japanese wisdom is about variety. It's a rich tapestry, woven with many gifts from the sea. Let's explore some other aquatic superstars that contribute to their remarkable health span, from everyday staples to luxurious delicacies considered investments in health. First, buri or Japanese yellowtail. In winter, it's called kanburi, and it's at its seasonal peak or shun. Its fat content skyrockets, making the flesh buttery and loaded with EPA and DHA. These omega-3s are famous for reducing cardiovascular risk and supporting cognitive function. A single serving of winter buri can contain more EPA than a week's worth of some fish oil supplements. Culturally, buri is a fish of success, eaten during New Year's celebrations to bring good fortune. Next, unagi, the freshwater eel, is traditionally eaten in midsummer to provide stamina and combat fatigue. Science backs this up. Unagi is one of the richest natural sources of vitamin A for vision and immunity, and it's packed with vitamin D, which is critical for bone health and preventing muscle weakness in seniors. The traditional kabayaki preparation, grilling the eel while basting it in a sweet, soy-based sauce, turns a delicious meal into a potent nutritional supplement, tailor-made by tradition to boost vitality. Of course, there's the king, maguro, or bluefin tuna. The lean red akami is high in protein and selenium, an antioxidant that protects cells. Chutoro, the medium fatty belly, offers a balance of protein and healthy fats. But the most prized cut is otoro, the super fatty belly. It melts in your mouth and is one of the most concentrated sources of omega-3s on the planet. While a premium choice, Japanese culture views it as an investment in health and celebration, proving that food can be both a luxury and a form of medicine. It's important to note that due to high demand, choosing sustainably sourced bluefin tuna is crucial. Look for certifications from organizations like the Marine Stewardship Council. By making a conscious choice, you support both your health and the health of our oceans, another principle deeply embedded in Japanese food culture. So what's the takeaway? It's not about one magic fish, but embracing variety and balance. The traditional Japanese meal, ichiju sansai, one soup, three sides, perfectly shows this. A meal might feature a small piece of grilled fish, seaweed salad, pickled vegetables, and miso soup. This provides a wide spectrum of nutrients, high-quality protein, healthy fats, fiber, vitamins, and minerals. This dietary pattern is a cornerstone of why Japan has so many healthy centenarians. So how do you apply this? Start with mackerel. A 4-ounce serving the size of your palm 3 times a week is a fantastic science-backed goal to begin rebuilding muscle. And always pair it with a rainbow of vegetables for complete nutrition, just like the Ichiju Sansai model. This isn't just about one fish. It's about adopting the profound wisdom of cultures that have mastered healthy aging. Now, you might think, what about sardines? Sardines are good, but for specifically combating age-related muscle loss after 85, mackerel is superior. Its higher concentration of the muscle trigger leucine and its partner, vitamin D, gives it the edge. Strength is built at the table, one smart choice at a time. You do not have to accept weakness as inevitable. With the right foods, strength can return, even at 85. Your body can rebuild if you give it the right materials. Which of these powerful Japanese fish are you most excited to try? Mackerel, buri, unagi? Share your thoughts below. Send this video to a loved one who needs their strength back. And subscribe to SeniorMD for more science-backed longevity wisdom. Your strongest days can start with your next meal. Take control of your strength. Take control of your future. This is SeniorMD, helping you live strong, live long, and live free.